Guys, welcome to this session to learn about different types of DC generator, how it is classified, and what is the relationship between the terminal voltage and the EMF induced. All these things you are going to see in this video. The generators can be classified according to the methods of field excitation. There are two important major components of a DC machine, whether it is a DC generator or a AC generator or a motor or whatever it is. For a DC machine there are two major components, that is the armature and the magnetic field. The field system, by exciting this field system, the magnet will be, or iron piece will be converted into a magnet, nothing but the electromagnet, which is the major or means for producing the magnetic field. So how this field is excited, how this field is produced, accordingly the how it is connected, accordingly the generators can be classified. So DC generator can be classified as separately excited and self-excited. So separately excited, that excitation part or excitation winding, that field winding will be kept separate. Separate supply for the field will be there. Self-excited, from the armature itself, from the system itself, it will get that excitation, it will get the input. So self-excited, again it is classified into shunt wound, series wound and compound wound. How the field winding is connected with respect to the armature, whether it is connected across the armature or it is connected in series with the armature, or portion of the winding connected in series, portion of the winding connected in parallel, that is in shunt, nothing but the compound wound generator. So generally DC generator can be separately excited, self-excited. For separately excited, no other further classification, it is just separately excited. But for the self-excited, how the field winding is connected with the armature, whether it is in parallel or in series or with both the combination, accordingly it is shunt wound, series wound and compound wound. Again this compound one, how the field winding, whether that is connected, the entire portion is shunted across, or portion of the winding is connected or shunted across, accordingly it is called as long shunt or short shunt. That's all about the different types of the DC generator. We will see one by one and what is the relationship between the induced EMF and the terminal voltage. You just consider here the separately excited, you have, you can see this DC supply separately, it is given to the field winding is kept separate. Apart from this circuit, this armature circuit is separate, this field circuit is separate. So by external DC supply it is getting excited. So since it is kept separate, it is not part of the armature circuit, it is called as separately excited. So it is armature, so current through the armature is nothing but the armature current. So this current is nothing but the line current. The voltage across the terminal, it is called as the terminal voltage. So here you can see, here there is only one path for whether it is a line current or the armature current. Both are same. So you can write armature current is equal to line current. The voltage across the armature or the terminal voltage is nothing but the generated voltage minus the drop. Here RA will be there, armature resistance will be there. In the armature resistance, some drop will be there. That drop is calculated as IA into RA. Multiplying current into resistance gives you the voltage drop across the armature resistance. So the generated voltage minus IA RA will be the terminal voltage. So whatever the voltage is generated, portion of that is wasted or portion of that is dropped across the armature resistance, that is IARA. When that is subtracted from that is the net, is the terminal voltage or the effective voltage here. When you consider the brush drop, In the brush also some drop will be there, some potential drop will be there. There are two brushes, so two brush voltage. When that is exactly when you calculate, it is not only the drop across the armature resistance and also the drop across the brush. So the terminal voltage can be written as the generator voltage, generator EMF, that is Eg, minus Ia Ra minus 2 Vb. The power is nothing but the product of V and I. Here the V is nothing but Eg here, that is generated EMF, into Ia. The current gives you the power developed. The output power is nothing but V into IA. IA is nothing but V into IL is on the output side. IL is nothing but IA. So you can write V is equal to this on the output side. The current is nothing but IA as IL. So V into IA gives you the power output. So V into IA or V into IL you can write. Power developed is nothing but it is developed across the armature. The voltage is Eg, the current is Ia. So the product of voltage and current, that is nothing but the power developed across the armature. Next one, shunt wound. In the previous case you have seen that winding is kept separately, so it is separately excited. Under the case of self-excited, you have the series wound, shunt wound and compound wound. In the shunt wound, the field winding, the shunt field or shunt is connected across the armature, is connected in parallel with the armature, or you can say shunted across the armature. So it is called as shunt wound. So the current through the armature is nothing but the armature current. In the it is the terminal voltage you have. This is the line current. The current through the shunt winding is nothing but ISH, shunt current. You see here the armature current is nothing but the summation of shunt current and the load current. So again the current through this shunt field can be calculated. The voltage V is across this terminal and also across the shunt. This V by RSH gives you ISH. So shunt current can be calculated by Ohm's law, V by RSH. Here Ia is nothing but the sum of IL plus ISH. Here when you apply KCL here, the incoming current is equal to outgoing current. Incoming to the node it is Ia, that is equal to outgoing currents. Two currents are there, ISH and IL. So ISH plus IL is nothing but Ia. Then the terminal voltage V. So here generated EMF is nothing but Eg, that minus the armature drop across the armature resistance, that is Ia into Ra. So Eg minus Ia into Ra gives you the terminal voltage. If you include the brush drops, then it will become Eg minus Ia Ra minus 2 times the brush voltage. The power developed is nothing but Eg into Ia. Power developed here only the armature only, EMF is induced. There the voltage is Eg, the current is Ia. So the product of those two gives you the power developed. Power output here the output voltage is the terminal voltage, it is V. The output current on the output side, the current is the load current, line current. So IL into V gives you the power output. Next, series wound. Now you can see here in the self-excited you have the shunt, series and compound. In the series wound generator, that field winding is connected to the armature in series. The field is connected in series with the armature. So whether it is a line current or the field current or the armature current, everything is same. Since there is only one path, all are connected in series. All the currents will be the same current, or you can say all the currents are equal. So the same ISE or the current through the field, that is equal to line current or load current, or that is equal to the armature current. The terminal voltage is nothing but the generated EMF minus Ia Ra, the armature resistance, some drop will be there. Here this RAC, here this resistance, here also some drop will be there. So you can write V is equal to this generated EMF minus Ia into Ra minus this drop, that is ISC into RAC. whether it is ISC or IA or IL, everything is same. So when you substitute for ISC is equal to IA, you can write EG minus IA into RA plus RSC. When if you include this the brush voltage, that is 2 times brush voltage VB, then it is EG minus terminal voltage is nothing but generated EMF generated voltage, that is EG minus IA into RA plus RAC minus 2 times brush voltage. The power developed is nothing but here the generated EMF is EG, the current through this is nothing but the armature current is IA, the product of those two gives you the power developed. The output power output is nothing but V into IL. IL is nothing but IA, so you can write V into IA. So it's all about series wound generator. Now compound wound generator, you have long shunt and short shunt. We'll see now short shunt. This field winding is shunted. So here portion of the winding is connected. You can see this is connected in series with that. Only across the armature this is shunted. So it is called a short shunt. Or this shunting includes, or if you disconnect here, if you make connection here, when that shunting includes this RSC, so it will be long shunt. So here the current through RAC is nothing but IAC. So the load current is here, you can see this and the load is both are in series. So load current and IAC are equal. IAC is equal to IL, you can write. The shunt current is nothing but V plus IL RAC divided by RSH. Here the voltage here is nothing but, here the terminal voltage V is available, that into IL RAC, this V plus IL into RAC is the voltage across this. That is the voltage across shunt field. So V plus IL RAC divided by R shunt gives you the I shunt. So here that is nothing but, so here the drop is calculated. So when you calculate here, it is nothing but EG minus IARA. So this current through this shunt field ISH can also be written as EG minus IARA by RSH. So the armature current is nothing but the armature current. Here it is ISH, here it is IL. So you can write IA is equal to IL plus ISH. The terminal voltage V is equal to the generated EMF minus IARA minus ILRSC. The terminal voltage you are calculating here, this path includes the drop across this, that is EG minus IARA here, that minus the drop across this RSC. This is RSH, it is RSE. So it is EG minus IARA minus ILRSC. So you can substitute. If you include the brush voltage, though it can be also written as EG minus IARA minus ILRSC minus 2VB. The power developed is nothing but EG into IA. Power output is nothing but V into IL. So that's all about the short shunt generator, or the relationship between the terminal voltage and the EMF induced. Then we'll see the long shunt. Now you see here, when compared with the previous diagram, this shunt field, it includes the series and the armature, the series field and the armature. But in the previous case, this is connected only across the armature. So it is short shunt, it is long shunt. That shunt is the lengthy one, or it includes both. So it is called as long shunt. So the current through this shunt field is nothing but V by RSH. Here ISE is nothing but the armature current. That is nothing but IA. It is nothing but the sum of, when you apply KCL here, the ISE or IA is equal to IL plus ISH. V is the terminal voltage, is nothing but EG minus IARA here, that minus ISE into RAC gives you the terminal voltage. So the IAC is nothing but IA. When that is substituted here, IA taken can be taken common. So we terminal voltage V is equal to EG generated EMF minus IA into RA plus RAC. So when the brush voltage is included, this can also be written as V is equal to EG minus IA into RA plus RAC minus 2 VB. So power developed here, it is EG into IA. Power output is nothing but V into IL. That's all about the long shunt generator. So the generators can be generally classified as separately excited and self excited. We have seen in separately excited what is the relationship between the terminal voltage and induced EMF. Similarly, under self excited you have the series and shunt and compound wound. Under compound wound you have the short shunt and long shunt. For all the everything you have seen the relationship between the terminal voltage and induced EMF. So that's all about the types of the DC generator, and also the relationship between the terminal voltage and the induced EMF.